you say you never had a boyfriend, so I mean, you didn't have the title. When you get the title, though, let's say this is the perfect guy, by the way, perfect guy, but he has conditions. One of these conditions is don't want you to go out anymore. Do you accept the condition, or is the relationship over?
It'd probably be over, because if he didn't want me to go out, he wouldn't be the perfect guy for me.
Could you compromise and go out together?
Yeah, I mean, I could totally compromise, but if it's never gonna be the perfect guy if he's like, you cannot go out.
Yeah. So
because
to
I'm
be
very
clear,
social.
I'll explain it differently. So when I say perfect guy,
Right.
it's perfect but this. So it's like perfect, but he doesn't like. Okay, so what is your sense of what perfect means? He's like insanely attractive. He could have all the characteristics that you prefer or have a strong interest in. He could be rich. He could be all the things. So I'm perfect guy. Mm-hmm. Like, question for you. Do you think you'll end up with a perfect guy?
I don't know. I don't think everyone's like perfect.
Exactly.
So I think it just comes
perfection
down to
is extremely rare, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Most people are going to end up, like, for example, an average person is going to end up with an average person.
Right.
And you might have good fit with each other, but there are going to be some things that are less than ideal, less than perfect about a person. But people make these sort of trade-offs in relationships where it's like, well, they've got like a Pokemon card collection, or like other, maybe they mildly annoy me in this one way, but I still love them and they're great, whatever.
Yeah.
People are rarely like 100% perfect.
Right.
But so just to be clear, you're not willing to sacrifice going out for the perfect guy?
Well, it depends how old I am, and also I guess it's
25.
okay. Well, I don't know. It has to do with a trust thing too, because I don't drink or smoke, and obviously I'm not intimate with a ton of people, and so what would realistically be the problem? Like, I'm just going out having fun with my friends,
Right.
and I'm
You should be
normally
allowed
the
to.
driver a lot, so it's
Wait,
like.
what do you say?
Sorry, you should be allowed to go out with your friends. I mean, that's
Right.
fine. As
When you
should
say
he.
go out with your friends, though, do you mean what? Because go out with your friends could mean you guys go get brunch, or you go to the club and you guys are drinking and there's a
I don't drink.
bunch of
I
other
personally
men.
don't drink either,
Yeah, I don't
so
drink,
yeah.
Yeah,
If you did drink, but if you did drink,
I used to drink, and I used to, party with my ex-boyfriend, and I don't know. I let him go out and do whatever he wanted to do, really. Like, I trusted that he wouldn't cheat on
Right.
me.
I probably wouldn't go. Sorry.
The question Brian is pointing to for chair, 1, 2, 5, 6, is there a threshold at which the man you're with, even if they're not your husband yet, you'll actually honor the obligation to the relationship over your preferences to do whatever, right? Because there's this sort of rebellious feminist spirit that you're sort of showing here, is that ultimately in the end, it's whatever
be
you
submissive.
want in the end. And we're asking, at what point
Guys,
do you
stop. No,
you
go ahead.
change
Go
that
ahead.
for yourself? At what point? Like, when is it? When is it? Because you said I'm young. It depends how
Right.
old I am. So, what? But the thing is, what are you? 25?
Me? I'm 18.
Yeah. Oh, you're 18. Okay. So
Yeah.
you are young. So, in the instance where you meet a man and, like Brian said, he's perfect, and the only imperfection you find is that he wants to settle down. He sees you as the mother of his children. He sees you as his wife, his long-term thing. And you see this for him as well, but the only thing is you just want to do a little eat, pray, love on the weekends and potentially be pursued by other young men. We're asking
No,
you,
if I'm in
at
a
what
relationship,
point
I
do
don't
you
want to be
agree?
pursued by other people.
No, I'm saying that you will be.
Oh, okay.
You'll be putting yourself in the situation. We're asking you, at what point do you abandon your preferences and your wants to honor and follow the obligations of the relationship?
I think compromise is key. I don't think it should be one way or the other. I think there should be a medium.
What you're saying,
But what is it for you, though? That's what Brian.
Well, like I
what-
said,
what
I
is
went out
the-
less. I would go out with him. Like when I was like involved with someone, I didn't go out as much. I would go out with him. I'd update him all the time. I'd text him frequently. But if like the end point is that I'm okay, you cannot go out at all, it probably wouldn't be the right person for me because I'm really social. I like to go out. And it's like I'm obviously not doing anything. I'm not intimate with a ton of people. I'm not drinking. So I just don't really think it's my problem. Yeah.
Here, I got a question. Or Jim Bob, did you have a follow-up or?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So if we're looking at the perfect guy,
Okay.
so this perfect guy, he could, whatever that perfect guy looks like to you, at least from my perspective, having had quite a bit of dating experience, finding somebody who's compatible and who's remarkable, who's exceptional. I mean, perfect goes even beyond exceptional and remarkable, is exceedingly rare. It's exceptionally rare. In fact, perfect doesn't even exist. So I would make all sorts of, I guess, I don't know if sacrifices is the right word. I would make maybe concessions even. I would make plentiful concessions and sacrifices for the perfect woman. But like, you just, okay, hold on. I don't go out to bars and clubs. You're not willing to make that trade-off to me? I mean, hey, that's you.
I guess I'm seeing it as like, you're saying this is my perfect person, and I think
Yeah.
my perfect person would be okay with that.
But
Does the perfect
Well, that's
person
my-
make you
perfect
stop
person,
doing
but
everything you
perfect
need to do in your
person.
life?
Okay, do you like, do you like ice cream?
Yeah, I like ice cream.
Okay, question. For the perfect guy, you could never, it's not something that the guy is imposing upon you. In the hypothetical scenario, you are delivered the perfect guy on a silver platter. But in order to do that, you have to grant to the universe that you won't participate in certain behaviors. Would you give up eating ice cream for the perfect guy?
I mean, I don't think I should have to live my life around someone else, even if there's
I
a
just
perfect.
granted
I know,
the
but
scenario
even if they're the
where he's
perfect
not-
person for me, they're not. That
No,
that
but the
wouldn't-
perfect guy, he's not imposing this through his will on you. The universe is saying, I'm giving you a trade.
Doesn't even make sense.
So it's not, it's a hypothetical, of course it makes sense. So the universe is presenting to you a scenario, here's a perfect guy, but you can no longer eat ice cream.
Okay.
So he's not the one who's enforcing.
Does he
you
let her go
can't-
out?
Huh?
Is he the perfect guy? Does he let her go out?
Well, first answer the ice cream one.
I probably wouldn't want to give up ice cream. I really like ice cream.
Bro, you guys are insane.
Okay, look, I would
like to
if I'm like
interject here.
trying to-
She's
no,
she's
if I'm
never
trying
had
to settle
sex. She
down
likes
and I
ice
have to
cream.
give up ice cream, like I'll give up ice
So you
cream.
get your fun in,
Like-
you have your ice cream parties. Okay.
I'd like
Like
Go-
if this is someone I see.
She also said I don't want to give up anything I want for someone else, right? Well, what do you think motherhood's going to be?
Okay, you keep saying motherhood.
I didn't say, okay, what I meant was I'm not going to change how I am because someone I want to pursue doesn't like how I am. I'm just not the right person for them. It's all about preference. So it's like if I'm not the right person for
That's
someone, I'm
garbage.
not.
No, hold on a second.
Not everybody
Hold on,
wants
hold on.
kids.
I'm trying to interrupt, but this is nonsense. You have this view that when you meet someone, the perfect match is that every in which way that you are should be good enough. What if it's the case that the man who you meet helps you? And what if it's the case that you help that man in his flaws and you help each other? To start with this
It's not a flaw to
approach,
go out.
it's super naive. Okay, I'm granting you some charity because you're 18, but it's very naive to go into relationships and looking at this paradigm through the lens of I am who I am. Nobody I meet could ever contribute to me in a positive way by me
I didn't say that.
filtering out some of the bad things that I like.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying that I don't have room to grow and change, and I think other people could help me grow and like change. But if it's something that I enjoy doing, I'm probably not the right person for them. If they want me to stop doing something, so if I'm talking about soccer, if they don't want me to play soccer anymore, probably not the right person for them. Just how I see it.
From what I think in a relationship, also it's when, to me, it's putting that person as giving them a priority, and I expect the same from them. So if they want me to stop doing something, and I trust that person, and that's what makes them part of that, makes them a perfect person, is because I trust their judgment, I trust their initiative. If they ask me to stop to do something, I would want to understand
Yeah.
why where that is coming from. And if it's something that makes sense for both of us and it's not coming out of an insecurity, then yes, I would comply. I would comply if it's something that's going to make us grow together, if it's going to make us move
Let's just-
forward.
Let's swap it for a second. You ladies have probably met many of men who stay up until 3 a.m. Playing video games or something like that.
Oh yeah. I used to date a video
Okay,
gamer.
Right. So if you thought that maybe giving your opinion about that said, I don't think this is actually good for you, and because it's not good for you, it's not good for us. Let's say hypothetically. I'm not even saying I agree with this. I'm just saying from your perspective. Wouldn't it be reasonable and justified from your position to say something and say, you know what? even though you like staying up until 3 a.m., what sucks is that we don't have good mornings together. You know, we don't have coffee together and talk and do all these other things that are bonding. You're up late playing video games, and it's actually to the detriment of the next day. If he said to you, well, I'm just doing what I love, and if you don't accept me staying up until 3 a.m. playing video games, then honey, I ain't right for you. You know
I
what
don't-
mean? Like,
Yes, you can try
I
it.
actually do agree with that statement. If that man truly just wants to be up at 3 a.m. playing video games, and that's like who he believes that he is as a person, then you guys aren't right for each other. I don't
Yeah.
think it's like necessarily your place to change who
Right,
that person
exactly.
is.
But
You
I
can't
also
change
think
anyone.
it's not necessarily the
It's not your place
gaming.
to-